little bit of makeup on you today and you take a picture with me for my Instagram like this? We don't even have to go into the front yard, just in the backyard. It's only a little bit of makeup. It's just on his neck and then on the forehead a little bit and the side. You're amazing. I love you. All right. Hey guys. Welcome to this long ass video. I didn't end up putting makeup on my husband, but to start, I'm starting with my brows. These are the same brows that I do in every single video, so I think I'm just gonna kind of skip through this. So to prime my lids, no, I'm not taking the Painterly paint pot or soft ochre paint pot. I'm using that same concealer that I use to carve out my brows every day. And still, I set my lids with the translucent powder that I'm using that day. I don't know which one I used this day. I think it will show later in the video. And taking my most loved palette right now, the Mario palette, I'm taking those two lighter shades and running it through my crease, and then I realized I wanted to put tape on the side just to get that really sharp wing on the outer corner. And I'm next taking these two darker shades. I marked them out in the palette so that way you can see what shades I'm using. I am running this through on my outer crease. Just like I do with my everyday palette or everyday eyeshadow, I am taking, again, two darker shades. I just consecutively get darker and darker with the brown shades to build up this brown smoky wing kind of look. I think Barbie, I think glam, so I went all out with this look. Now taking that dark brown and the darker reddish brown and really emphasizing my outer wing there, creating that V shape and then blending it out. So now I'm going to go in and cut my crease. I'm taking that same concealer that I used at the beginning of the video and with a small brush really going in and defining that crease and creating a nice light base for the white shade that I'm going to use coming up. So still using the Makeup by Mario palette, I'm taking the white shade. I didn't mark it on this one, but just that white shade in the palette and setting that concealer down. Not taking any more eyeshadow on that brush, but using that smaller fluffy brush that I used with those two dark brown shades and blending that line as well as blending the line in the crease. And taking the fluffy brushes that I've used in previous slides or clips, excuse me, just going in and blending everything out, making sure everything's nice and blended and soft. Now taking the Urban Decay Moon Dust in Space Cowboy and placing that over the white. I didn't want it to be completely matte. I wanted a little bit of shimmer to this look. My camera stopped filming, but good thing I just posted before this how I do my wing liner. I just went in, did my wing liner, and now I'm going to clean up underneath my eyes with a makeup wipe. This is one of my makeup wipes that I've gotten, like a BoxyCharm or something like that. And just cleaning up underneath my eye, making sure that wing is nice and sharp. And now I'm going to go in and tightline my eyes with the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner pencil. I believe this is in 0. This is the most cringiest part of every one of my videos because I always tightline. And now to prime my face, I am taking the Too Faced Peach Perfect Cooling Mattifying Primer. I know you can't get this anymore, it's discontinued, but just go in with your favorite primer and put that all over your skin. And for foundation, to create that perfect Barbie base, I'm taking my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Mont Blanc and pressing that in with my e.l.f. foundation brush. It's the dual-ended brush like the IT Cosmetics. Really going through and pressing that into my skin. I do a pressing swipe up motion, not swirling, because then it's just gonna irritate your skin underneath. And for concealer, I'm taking my Lancome concealer, the one that I use every day. This is really like my face base that I do every day. I'm just going through and using a little bit more concealer than I normally do. So placing that on the center of my face, underneath my eyes, and really highlighting every part of my face that needs to be highlighted. And then today I decided to use my beauty blender to blend out my concealer instead of a brush. I really wanted more of that flawless kind of base, and I feel like I can achieve more of that with a beauty sponge when it comes to my concealer. And taking the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour, this is in light medium. I'm just placing that on all of the points of my face that need to be warmed up and contoured as a base for the bronzer that I'm going to use coming up. And I am going to set my under eyes before moving on to my cream blush, but I'm taking this Tarte contour palette. I don't know if you can still get it, but I'm taking those two lighter shades in that palette and setting my concealer just underneath my eyes for this. And then for my cream blush, I am taking this one from Fenty in Petal Poppin', and I'm picking that up on a Anastasia foundation brush and tapping it on the back of my hand because you can see how pigmented this blush is. I go in, press it down, and then blend it out with my beauty sponge. And setting my skin today, no, I'm not using the one from Too Faced. I'm using my Anastasia loose powder. This is in the translucent shade. I just wanted something that was going to be a lot brighter and more light because of Barbie being more perfected than anything. So I take that up on my beauty sponge. I still go underneath my eyes to bake it and then take this all over my face. This really creates just a smooth veil over the skin and sets everything down so nothing's gonna pick up on me throughout the day or when I'm wearing this Halloween look at a Halloween party. So to go over and set that cream bronzer, well, it's already set because of the powder, but to make it more emphasized, basically, I'm taking my Park Avenue Princess bronzer and going in and bronzing my skin like I do for my normal skin routines as well. Yes, I know this is a lot of powder. I'm going in with that Anastasia powder again and cleaning up underneath the bronzer because I can get a little bit messy. And then taking my NARS blush. I don't remember the shade, but I'll leave it linked on my Like to Know It if you're not following me there. I'll have that linked in the description where you can find all of these products that I'm using for my skin. But I'm going over the Petal Poppin' blush and really making that nice bright Barbie pink color. And then just taking a fluffy brush and blending everything out. And then for my highlighter, this is discontinued, but it's one from Anastasia. I know that Juvia's Place has one that's very, very similar to this. I have it linked on my Like to Know It. on the post where all of this makeup is linked at. So go through, highlight my face with that highlighter first as a base, and make sure you hit all of the high points. You want to look nice and glowy. Barbie is glowing. And then I'm going to take my Ofra highlighter and glazed donut and go over top of that. This one is more of a white champagne, while the last one was more of a gold champagne. So I'm going to take that over the Anastasia highlighter and also use this to highlight my bridge of my nose, my inner corner of my eyes, and my brow bone. So I did go in and set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I didn't show that. But now moving back to my eyes, I am taking my Essence Nude Liner and placing that all over my waterline and my lower lash line, just to really lighten everything up down there. So I wanted to create a new lower lash line. So I'm using that same liquid liner that I used on my top lash line and creating a really small line under where the nude liner stops on my lower waterline. And taking that same eyeshadow palette, I'm taking the black shade from that palette and setting that liquid liner and kind of smudging it down, as well as bringing it all the way into my inner corner. And then taking those two dark brown shades and really blowing out that black eyeshadow and smudging it down. I'm going to start bringing down all of the same shadows that I used on my top onto the bottom. So really going in, blending that out. Now taking this blending brush, taking those two medium shades and bringing this down. You can see I'm looking up into my mirror to access that lower lash line a whole heck of a lot easier. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush with those two shades there and really bring everything down. I wanted to bring this and blow this out, really round everything out to have more doll eyes. And then going in and curling my lashes with my Shu Uemura lash curler. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I love this eyelash curler. It really keeps my lashes curled all day. I'm going to go in, curl the lashes, and go in with my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara and do a couple coats of mascara on my top lash line only. So now I'm gonna take this Kiss Liner Lash Glue and go over my lash line just to kind of put as a base glue for the glue that I'm going to put on the lash. And the lash I'm taking for this look is the Kiss Bombshell lashes. It's the same lashes that I used in my Haunted Mansion tutorial as well. Just going to pop those on and make sure they're nice and secured down. So now I am faking my lower lashes with these Kiss Falscara lashes I had sitting in my drawer and placing those on my lower lash line. I went from medium to small on the inner corner. And now I'm going to just go through, blend my real lashes with my false lashes using the Lash Paradise mascara. I'm also going to take another mascara for my lower lashes. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. And really make sure those are nice and blended so you don't see that line from the false lash. So you could keep it here. You could totally be Barbie, but I wanted to do Barbie under plastic surgery. So Barbie in and under construction. So taking a black shadow, this is from the James Charles palette. I know this palette's discontinued, but I still use this palette. It has every single color you need. So going through and really kind of just drawing those dash lines on my skin like you would do in a plastic surgeon's office to line where you're gonna put your cuts at. So taking that above my brow, making sure it looks like I'm doing like a brow lift, rhinoplasty, a facelift, all of the lifts you could do for plastic surgery. And now that I've marked everything out with eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with that liquid liner that I used earlier and go over all of the eyeshadow marks to make sure they are nice and darkened and black. And I used these 3 shades that I marked in the James Charles palette just to go through, add some darkness, some bruising, some redness, make it look like I just got totally messed up, or you could say bleeped up, and botched. I want it to look like bruising, and just go in and take those all over where the markings are at and kind of just emphasize that. I know I kind of went a little ham with it, and I kind of wish I didn't go so red on my cheeks, but it turned out okay. So I had one of these little art sponges. You could use any sponge and kind of just tear it up. But I picked up that red shade to make it look like a blood splatters because I did not have any fake blood on hand. All right, and after you're done adding all the eyeshadow, I moved on to my lips. I am taking MAC Strip Down, lining and really overlining my lips to create that fake lip kind of, you know, you look like you just got lip fillers kind of look to your lips. My lip was still a little bruised from my puppy, so it kind of worked out that way. And now I am taking this cool brown lip liner from ColourPop. I don't know what shade it is. I got it in one of their nude lip kits. It'll be linked on my Like to Know It, just like everything else is. I think I've said that twice before in this video. But going over the outer edges just to make that part a little bit darker. And it helps make your lips look a little bit fuller too, because it creates that nude in the center. And now I'm taking this Anastasia nude lipstick. It's their matte formula. I think this is discontinued too. But if you have any nude matte lip color, just go ahead and place that in the center of your lips. And that's going to complete this look, guys. I'm just now going to take actually the dark brown lip liner that I used earlier and go back over the corners. But then it will be completed. I know this was a super long video, and if you've stuck around this long, thank you. I appreciate you for sticking around to watch my content, especially these long Halloween videos. I did spend a while filming this for you guys, and I do really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope if you do this look for a Halloween party, send me pictures. I would love to see. You can follow me on my Instagram. It is linked down below in the description. So again, thank you guys. This is the finished look finally. I hope you guys have happy hauntings. Bye, ghouls.